What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Logs presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com. We got picks from me, Meansy, Dino, all the greats. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool where you can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop, plus where the best lines are at. And most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's my Discord where I'm throwing in all my picks each and every day. Just go to scoresandodds.com/Discord, throwing it in the chat right now. We got almost no basketball. Literally just have Jason Tatum over 8.5 rebounds, minus 138 FanDuel. That's it. Dude's been crushing so far in the playoffs. Averaging, I think, right around 10 rebounds per game. Any game he's played 40 minutes, he's hit the over at 10 rebounds. I like him to do it in this spot. But we got some baseball. First off, Chris Sale over 5.5 strikeouts. I got it minus 148 over at Caesars last night. I got it minus 145 at Betfred this morning. You can still get it, I think, at plus or minus 145 over at Betfred. Too low. Sale has been fantastic. Outside of one weird start where he got 0 strikeouts in over 5 innings, I believe. He's been fantastic so far this year. 5+ strikeouts in every other start, 6+ in all but 2, I think. Sale owning a 25%, 26%, 26% strikeout rate this year. Gets a matchup versus Philly. Philly number 9 in the league for strikeouts against lefties. Sale should crush in this spot here, facing a lot of lefties. Big strikeout rate versus lefties. I am rolling with it. Darvish under 6.5 strikeouts. Darvish has been solid this year. He's been very good, but he gets a tough matchup versus the Dodgers. Big walk rate so far this season, 9.7%. Yeah, 9.7%. Even worse versus lefties, 12.8% so far versus lefties. And he's going to face a lot of lefties that are very impatient. Freeman, Muncy, Hayward, Outman. Peralta, not that patient, but doesn't strike out a ton. His pitch count's going to get high. 6.5 is too high of a line, plus the Dodgers, really not a terribly high strikeout team outside of Outman here and Muncy. But Muncy, again, walks at 23% clip, massive clip. So this is one where his pitch count's going to get high here. I really like his under. I got it plus 102 and at minus 105 last night. Let's see what it's sitting at right now. Minus 105, still like the under there, MGM. Senga to get over 5.5 strikeouts, minus 115 Caesars. This one might have moved enough to not use. Yeah, minus 145. I still kind of like it at that number. He's had 5+, 6+. Let's see. I still think I like it at that number. He has had 6+ in 4 out of 5 starts so far this season. Yeah. So he's hit the over in 4 out of 5 starts this season. Gets a match versus Colorado. Colorado, while they might be a mid-tier team in terms of strikeouts versus righties this season, you look at the numbers going up against any pitcher on the road. They are currently striking out at 28.2% clip, or 28.1, I think. Would currently on the road would currently rank second in the league in terms of strikeouts. So I know that their strikeout rates don't look that appalling, but you look at the road numbers, and again, 28%, second highest strikeout rate. Add in that they're playing their first game away from Coors after a homestand. They don't walk a lot, which Senga has struggled with the walks. I think they strike out a ton in the spot. I really like the over here for Senga. Even at minus 145 at at MGM. Few home runs. Vlad to hit a home run, plus 500 over at Betway. Line is way too high here. Gets a matchup going up against Hill. Hill has struggled badly with power to righties so far this season. 280 ISO, 40% fly ball rate, 47% hard contact rate. Currently 9th in the league in terms of home runs per 9 given up to righties this season. He's been bad. He is really, in terms of home runs per 9, 8th maybe. Home runs per 9 given up to righties this season. Giving up a lot of power. Vlad, obviously very good, has a lot of pop. He's playing well so far this season. Not too far removed from a 48 home run season. Hill probably passes, for sure passes prime. probably over the hill now. No pun intended there. I am rolling with Vlad. Jake Fraley plus 825 over at Bet365 to hit a home run. Guy is solid, probably going to be a 25 home run guy in Cincy, maybe 30. Guy has some pop, decent hard contact, decent fly balls. Nothing great, nothing special, but guy has some good enough power. Gets a match versus Lynn. Lynn has really struggled versus lefties. 333 ISO, 47% fly ball rate, 50% hard contact rate this season, going up against lefties. Looking back at the beginning of last season, lots of fly balls, lots of hard contact. So no different. He has struggled versus lefties. Playing over in Cincinnati. Weather I wish was better, but still overall very good ballpark for hitting. Fraley, like him to go yard way more than plus 825. Mookie Betts plus 600 to hit home run over at Bet365. Betts is solid here. Guy has a decent amount of power. 35 home runs last season. One of the best hitters in the league. Doesn't strike out a ton. Darvish does not walk righties a ton, which is good. Still giving up a lot of fly balls, a lot of hard contact so far to righties. Career, he's been giving up more power to righties than he has to lefties. That's plus 600. I am rolling with it. Brito over 3.5 strikeouts. He has not been great. He has not been great so far this season. Did have 5 in his last outing. Not a terribly high strikeout guy, but gets a match versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, decent strikeout team going up against righties. He's probably going to get blown up here a little bit, but the strikeouts should be there. Not a ton of walks, which is what he struggled with outside of Diaz up top. I like him to go over 3.5. I got him at plus 100. I think you can get him at plus 105 somewhere. Plus 102 over at FanDuel. Chris Sale, already talked about strikeouts. I told you I hit it again this morning. Chris Sale over 16.5 outs, minus 115. Sale, very good. Match versus Philly. I think he goes 6 innings easily. Battenfield, I don't know what I call him, Bethenfield. Battenfield, I'm rolling with his under 4.5 strikeouts. Plus 120 at Betfred, plus 115 over at Caesars. Let's see. I think there might be better odds. Wow, this line has really moved. Wow. This line's really moved in the last half hour. Last hour or so. Still don't hate it at normal odds. He is not great so far. He's not a big strikeout guy in minors. He was sitting on sub 20% pretty much the entire time, if I remember correctly. Sitting sub 20%. Majors, decent matchup for strikeouts, but number is just too high. Max Fried over 17.5 outs, minus 130 at Betfred. Let's see what the next closest line is. Minus 145. I don't know if I'd take it. I'd probably still take it, but just barely. Fried. Solid overall pitcher. Decent match versus Baltimore. Baltimore has struggled versus lefties since the beginning of last season pretty heavily. Rutzman not as good from the right side of the plate as from the left side of the plate. Santander is solid. But other guys haven't been able to hit lefties too well. Gunnar Henderson, Mullins, 2 of their best bats in the lineup being lefties. Not going to do great. Fried does not walk guys. Pitches to contact. A lot of ground balls. I think he goes 6 innings. Nick Gordon over under 1.5 total bases rather, minus 152 over at Caesars. Nick Gordon, if he's even in the lineup, who knows? If he has this number, is ridiculous. Minus 150 for under 100 or for under 1.5 total bases. I don't understand it all. Shout out to Cardi. This one guy got pointed out to me by the bat. Anthony Rizzo over 1.5 total bases, plus 133 over at Caesars. Rizzo, solid matchup here going up against Trinos. Didn't see much of him this year and last year, but not great. Rizzo has a platoon split. I like it at plus 133 odds. And then going back to the well on this one, Byron Buxton over 1.5 total bases, plus 125 over at Betfred. You can get it at better odds somewhere else. Let's see. Buxton. plus 125 at MGM. Looks like that's the best odds now. Buxton, so I think you can get plus 130 over at Caesars. But Buxton, like I said, gets a matchup versus what Battenfield. Battenfield has not been good. He's been worse versus lefties. But still, lots of fly balls, lots of hard contact. Buxton, one of the best hitters in the league. Huge fly ball numbers, huge hard contact numbers. Very, very good hitter. I'm kind of on the over on all these guys if you want to. I don't mind Correa. I don't mind Gallo. Don't mind Polanco's over, all at big plus odds. Like I said, Nick Gordon is the only one where I don't fully understand it. Always a chance he gets a pinch hit for too. So if he's in the lineup. And that's it. That's the show. Be back again tomorrow. We're out of here. Play, kids!